prayed for more. Wishing you and your family the best.
Can't say it any better than that. We miss you, Greg, but we're gonna hold the fort down till you get back.
That's right. Yeah, Greg. Thinking about you and your
What up,
family.
y'all?
Find somebody to give us jokes in between.
I can't see all the comments. I need to go and fix my content, my live.
And before I did golf for the first time, I sat down with a couple of guys, Jim Nance and Vernon Lundquist, to get the feel for what was about to happen for me in my career. Same deal here. When we started joining forces with CBS 14 years ago, it's March Madness. How do you do it? What do I prepare for? The guy I sat down with, Greg Gumbel. He's been the voice of this operation on the studio side and will continue to be. We look forward to seeing him again next year. Now, a year ago, not a single top seed made it to the Final Four. But that seems unlikely to happen in 2024. In a year where upsets became the norm, 3 teams have stood out above the rest. The defending national champs reloaded. After sweeping the Big East regular season and tournament titles, the UConn Huskies look to become the first team to win back-to-back national titles since Florida in 06 and 07. 2-time defending Big Ten champion Purdue's on a mission. The goal? Follow the path that Virginia paved in 2019.
Live viewers, what's up, y'all? Hey, I want to apologize. I'm actually working today on UFC content while I watch the tournament. So if you're watching, all you're going to see is me like this. I don't have all my graphics. I don't have my stuff up. I'm actually focused on other things. Shout out to the MVPs. I'm trying to hook them up with what we're trying to do over here. So I apologize if it seems like I'm ignoring you guys, not watching the tournament. It's just what I'm doing today. But I'm here. If you want to talk, just write a comment. I might not see it all the time because I'm not doing my normal YouTube posts.
But clearly those 3 teams have been the most dominant teams. I mean, I think UConn has the fewest weaknesses and the greatest margin of error. They're really complete. They've been excellent. They've been coached extremely well. Danny Hurley, in my mind, Coach of the Year in the country, although Sampson has won an award of that ilk already. But those 3 teams have separated themselves, and I think UConn is clearly the favorite to get it done again. No weaknesses there.
No, that's one of the questions, too. And I love the storylines in can Purdue do what Virginia did? I mean, that's not easy to do. Remember, Virginia loses to UMBC, comes back and wins the whole thing the next year. Do you see Purdue with that in them?
Well, not necessarily, only because of this. Not saying they're going to lose in the first round, but the thing that their weakness is the fact that when you play pick and roll, or you're able to move Edie away from the basket on the defensive end, that's been their weakness. So that doesn't change. He's still there. And he still has to address that issue personally, and as a team, they have to address it. Because offensively, he's a load to handle, and he's too much for a lot of teams. Even if you zone him, he's too much to handle. And then going back to UConn or anyone else, I think that they have the same. UConn has the same ability to win it, but with a different cast. When Florida did it, those were the same players coming back. This is not the same cast coming back for UConn.
Well, I think, number one, they don't have DeAndre Hunter. That was different between that Virginia team. But Clark is 100% correct. UConn is the prohibitive favorite. But those other 2 teams you mentioned, they're all good. But the thing that it's an honor and privilege for me to call March Madness every year. But the one thing that separates this tournament is, Ernie, it's not best 4 out of 7. It's just best 1 day. That's what makes this tournament so exciting. So I can't wait to get it started.
You and me both. First full day of tournament action is right around the corner. And with the madness of March, the hype is real.
What's good, Corey? Hey, man, let's go MVPs. Good luck, y'all. Hope you guys make your bets. I'm actually making UFC videos today, so I do have this going, but I'm not really watching the chat. I'm focused on making my content for the UFC. I apologize, but I got to get MVPs ready for tomorrow's UFC fights. So that's what I'm actually focused on today. It is what it is. First game I'll be watching today, Michigan State, Mississippi State. I'm excited to see what Mississippi State can do. If I'm being real.
So shiny.
Is this what you want? These crunchy ridges?
Yes, coach.
If you want to secure the bag, then step it up.
Step it up, homie.
You want these chips? Keep practicing. Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you. With all
Shout out to you guys, though. Good luck to everybody.
you don't want to learn before.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning.
He's got some important business to take care of. Why would you pay a rate based on anyone else? With Allstate, you're connected to a rate based on you.
For years, they competed against each other. But every 4 years, they take on the world. They represent our schools and our country. We are proud to say, Olympians are made here.
The Masters, this April on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Coach, this is the day, the big showdown. Your client was injured in an auto wreck. Tell us about your team.
At George St. Injury Lawyers, our team is committed, hardworking, and experienced, and ready to fight hard to score big for our clients.
You've got a tough opponent. The insurance company will be ready.
We know their playbook, and we're ready to go toe-to-toe with them to help our clients get every dollar they deserve.
Do you have a prediction?
Yes, call all lines. With our experience, we'll help you get your money faster.
Audi Augusta is celebrating spring with our spring sales event going on all month long. And we've got deals you don't want to miss. Like a new Audi Q3 for only $452 a month. A new Audi Q4 e-tron for only $454 a month. Or drive away in a new Audi with rates as low as 0.99% during the spring sales event going on all month long at AudiAugusta.com or at Augusta's only Audi dealer, Audi Augusta, part of the Gerald Jones family.
We welcome you back. Got a full slate of games coming up. Just a few minutes here on CBS.
Sorry if I'm wiping my nose. My nose is running. Worked out pretty long this morning. Kim and I went and did a 4-mile run at the river. Excuse me. Looking forward to seeing some upsets today. Let me plug you guys in, y'all. Shout out to everybody watching. I am working on UFC content today, so I apologize if I'm not talking. I'm just in here chilling while I work. So thank you guys for being here. But it's not going to be. I'm not going to be talking March Madness. I mean, I'm obviously watching the games. We can talk about it. But I'm going to be working on UFC stuff. Just want to be real with you guys.
16 of those games, but Michigan State has played well. They've lost a number of close games. I like the Spartans because of the ability to defend. They'll take away what Mississippi State wants to do, and I think the offense will pick up.
Chuckster, you get to go because you took all the Kenny took all your time left.
Thank you, Ernest. I also like Mississippi State. I think the SEC was
Sorry, I gotta blow my nose or
this year,
something.
in my personal opinion. You know, everybody talking about the other conferences. I thought the SEC was fabulous, obviously led by Auburn. When the SEC
Dude, calm down, you homer.
I do like the way. No. I'm not saying. I do think Mississippi State's not a winning game, but Tom Izzo make me nervous. He's one of the best in-game coaches we have.
Without question, I would say 8-9 has always been second chance city. So this is like the teams that really kind of underachieved a lot of times. The overachievers are at 5 and 12. But 8-9 is always second chance city.
I would have never thought that Chuck would mention Auburn before Kenny mentioned North Carolina.
I would agree with you on that, Ernie. That's well done, Charles. Well done, man. Go Hills.
First round action set to begin on CBS. Michigan State, Mississippi State. I like MSU in this one. Enjoy it, everybody. Which one?
Coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament.
Barnett's out.
TurboTax Live, full
They
service.
brought in-
Take taxes off your plate without putting more work on your shoulders.
Jacob, wake up. We have two extremely exciting heavyweights opening up. We have two heavyweights that have all of the slopes, all of the cardio mishaps, all of the sluggish heavyweight talent, and none of the one-punch heavyweight. I'm just going to end the words on that 3 seconds before the screen started. No, I'm going to say that. That's a great line. It is. It is. That's exactly what this heavyweight fight is. When you get a heavyweight fight and the round line is 2.5 and the over is juiced, you know it's not going to be very exciting. You did win the ultimate fighter, so if anybody can do it, go for it. I mean, he won with knockout too. If I had a last knockout every time for every ball tournament, I'm going if I got a tattoo right on you, every athletic achievement I've ever had, like that, you know, I had Grand Slam with the ball, so I should have touched that. Just the Kate I hit the Grand Slam and who I hit it off. I did all the work. He made one swing. Yeah, but it's all he really matters. Opening up the UFC Vegas 89 fight card, we have Muhammad Usman taking on Mick Parkin. This is a heavyweight battle. Muhammad Usman 10-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He is riding a 3-fight win streak. Taking on Mick Parkin. This guy is undefeated in his career. He is looking for his third win. As I mentioned, it's a battle of the heavyweights. And while we've seen Muhammad Usman knock people out with one punch, he's not that young. That's not who he is. He is Kamaru Usman's younger brother. They have zero similarities as far as fighting is concerned. He doesn't fight like Kamaru. He doesn't have like that in and out striking with a really nasty high level. That's not who he is. He played football at a high level. And he fights like that. He is tough. He will come forward and he will shoot takedowns, but they're football style takedowns. You're just like, big man, good pressure, be strong, takedowns. I launched you into the fucking age. Oh, okay. Okay, the wall is going. I thought we were wrestling. Okay. Anyway, Muhammad Usman, while he doesn't have that wild, big one-punch power, we've seen it, but that's not typically how he fights, and that's not what we can expect out of him. He is evolving a bit into a wrestler, but unfortunately for him, he has only gone 2 for 12 in his takedown attempts in his last fight. He has come off a decision win, in his fight with Junior Kappa, and most recently he's come off a decision win over Jake Collier, where just his sheer size and one single well-timed takedown won him an insanely golden decision. He's taken on Mick Parkin. Mick Parkin seems to be a prospect. He seems to be somebody the UFC wants to push a little bit, get some feelers out there, see if people like him or they should invest some money. He's a good size heavyweight. He does a really good job, unfortunately for the fans, but he does a really good job slowing down the tempo. He'll get in there and then immediately, let me close the distance, let me literally hang on your arms, hang on your shoulders. He's trying to slow this whole thing down. He's not big, he's very big, he's not fast, he's very big and lumbering and wants to keep that pace as slow as possible. And then he will actually work in some wrestling himself, and he has some solid BJJ. He's gonna wrestle more than most heavyweights do, and when he hits the ground, it's not just slamming away, he is working with control, trying to get a submission. He's coming out that close over Kyle Machado, where he was losing those striking exchanges, but he had some success. And the reality is, outside of looking completely different, they do fight somewhat similar. Neither one of these guys are amazing at anything. They're kind of slower on the heavyweight side, but they will work forward and they will try to get some takedowns. Usman's the more dangerous of the two, the more powerful of the two, the more physically gifted of the two, but Mick Parkin's going to be the more technical of the two. I gotta go with the technique here. Mick Parkin is going to be the pick, but we were not lucky enough to have a 1.5 round line. I'm not betting the over on a heavyweight fight, and I don't trust Mick Parkin enough to bet on him. So there will be no bets from me on this fight, but Mick Parkin is going to be the pick. Yeah, real quick. Any fucking Amanda Cuevas in the fucking people have to, I'll just fucking okay? Any fucking Amanda Cuevas slander in the chat, in the comments, in the Discord. Zero fucking tolerance this week. Tell you that. Zero fucking tolerance this week. All day. Mods, you fucking just toss their ass out. I don't give a fuck if their whole family's still sitting here. Get the fuck out of the fucking chat. Any Amanda Cuevas, you're fucking done. Get the fuck out of here. Look what you hear, okay? Now, I think that Mick Parkin to me is, I think he's the overall better fighter. I think he's just the more established fighter, the actual mixed martial artist in this fight. There's no denying the athletic achievements and abilities of Muhammad Usman. This dude is a fucking tank and a fucking beast. Has shown that he can get clipped, but he doesn't spaz out completely and can't take a shot and kind of get to a close position and stay safe when he's getting clipped. But I just have to pick the better fighter. I don't believe that Muhammad Usman is going to get the takedowns that he needs. And if he's not getting the takedowns and getting control and laying on this guy, I think in space Mick is going to be able to take him apart. Usman, his most raw ability, his most raw attribute, no, his most at his core is his striking. I would say that's what he lacks the most. Just a stayed up boxing type of striking. He'll throw a little bit wide, he'll throw heavy, then he lands, he can put in, he's got that type of power. But the technique really just isn't there. I think Mick's gonna stop the takedowns. Usman's gonna get a little bit wild in there, and it probably is gonna be boring. It's probably maybe holding on, like you said, against the fence and all this and that.
All right, gotta make my video, yo. This is gonna happen throughout the broadcast. I'm gonna make a video and then go. Shout out to Michigan State stepping on the court right now. Let's go. Gotta make my pick though. Let's go. Mick Parkin. Hey MVPs, Rico Knows here. Going to talk to you guys about the first prelim fight of the night on Fight Night. Rose Namajunas versus Amanda Ribas. I believe it's Las Vegas number 89 if you're keeping track of the numbers. Nonetheless, this fight, it's a heavyweight fight. You got Muhammad Usman. This is Usman's younger brother, right? The champ, Kamaru Usman. This is his younger brother. Huge guy. Big brother, 6'2", 237, fighting in the heavyweight division. The problem is, have you guys ever seen like really big guys and they're not very coordinated and they're not very good fighters? To me, that's Usman. He's a big muscular dude. You see him down here in this picture. Look at these two guys beneath me. Look at the picture. One dude's chiseled, muscled out, and the other dude doesn't look like much. And he looks like he has no chest muscles and he sucks and all this stuff. But Mick Parkin is undefeated. He's 8-0. Neither one of these guys has knockout power. I don't see it happening. Nobody's knocking anybody out. It's just not. That's not where I think this is built. I think Usman wants to be a wrestler, cannot strike. Terrible striker. Terrible. This guy, all these muscles, all this big, just a big waste of space. Just a big dude who think he'll knock you out. He'll do this big lumbering punch, miss, and you'll be like, man, all them muscles for nothing? Yeah, that's the type of dudes I'm dealing with, okay? Look, let me show you guys something. If you look at Muhammad Usman's career record here, he's been winning unanimous decisions. Be encouraged by this. He knocked Zach out. Zach Pugia, another former football player. And Usman's a more of a football player as well. But you're looking at all these guys, but I want you to pay attention to this loss right here. Brandon Sales. Brandon Sales is a guy I used to roll with and train with in the Army. He's a former staff sergeant in the Army at Fort Benning. So we're all Army fighters. We are combatives level 4 instructors. You see it here. He's Fort Benning MMA. Brandon Sales is one of the better fighters in the Army. Now he's out. Obviously, I think he's out of the Army now. But 6'5", 264. Here's what I know about Brandon Sales. Enormous guy. Always fought super heavyweight because he couldn't cut down to 265. And then he finally got with a nutritionist, took his fitness serious, and he finally made it to the upper echelon, the PFL. Never really in the UFC because he was overweight in his prime. But this is a very good fighter, Brandon Sales. Brandon Sales and Mick Parkin have a lot in common. They are grapplers by trade. They will weigh on you. By the way, Brandon Sales, 6'5", 264, submitted Usman. Usman couldn't get anything going, submitted him. If you look over here, 6'4", 262. But this man's been in the UFC, going the distance, right? We're talking about going the distance with Jamal Pogues. Jamal Pogues is probably a better fighter than Usman, if you ask me. Jamal Pogues is probably a better fighter than Usman. They should probably be fighting each other. So I just think when I look at the matchup, I've seen Usman get beat by a larger heavyweight. I'd imagine Mick Parkin is walking around every day at 280 and then cuts down to 265 for the fight. If you didn't know, that's the heavyweight limit. Cuts to 265 and then shows up to fight night 280. And nothing Usman does is going to knock him out. Nothing Usman does impresses me. I'm going to say that Parkin's going to do a bunch of clinching up against the cage. It'll be one of them boring heavyweight fights where you see a couple of knees here and there. And Usman doesn't have enough wrestling acumen to get a takedown. I don't believe it. I believe Parkin wins this fight just by being lazy, heavy, and wins the rounds. So for me, it's almost a lock. I'm just going to go with a lean on this. But it feels like a lock that Parkin's going to win this. I don't want to start the card off with a miss, but let's go with a lock here. I don't know how many locks we'll have on the card, but this one feels like Parkin's winning the fight. I haven't seen the over on this because when I go click on the book, all it gives me is money line picks. But I believe the over will hit. Usually for heavyweights, the over is 1.5 rounds. I'm going to tell you, if it's 1.5 rounds, you fight it anywhere on a sports book, 1.5 rounds, take the over all day. If it's 2.5 rounds, be careful. That's a long way to go for a little guy like Usman not to quit. I've seen him quit and get submitted, and maybe get exhausted in the second round when you're fighting a guy that's 265 at the limit of heavyweight. It's just a big guy that's going to tie you up, get your arms exhausted. All those muscles you got for Usman, you see him down here, all the muscle mass, lactic acid builds up. You can't fight for 15 minutes when you're that big. I'm just letting you know. So I like Parkin. I do like the over in rounds. If it's 1.5, if it's 2.5, be careful. But Parkin's winning this fight. 158 feels like a lock. Let's go. That's how we're going to start the card. Good luck, y'all. Your friends don't know. By the way, just a reminder, every single one of these fights is very close. You see the odds. There's no drastic favorites over 300. Nothing of the sort. The biggest favorite is the damn main event, which is nuts. So it's going to be a tight card. It's going to be difficult. Pick and choose your spots. Don't bet on every fight. Pick the ones where I say, yeah, I got a really good grasp of what's going on here. But in this fight right here, Mick Parkin, shout out to him. I don't like British fighters. I don't like dudes fighting from England because I think there's no real regional fighters out there. Look at him. He's knocking out everybody in the region over there. But once you get to the UFC and you start fighting UFC fighters and you take them the distance, and I know who these guys are, I respect their acumen, I respect their ability, and I look at Usman and I'm like, he's getting pushed because of a name. He's getting pushed because he knocked out some dude. Like, it just doesn't, I don't buy it. So give me, I think I see a lot of similarities in Brandon Sales and Mick Parkin. So give me Mick Parkin to do this damn thing. Now I can say it. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Peace, y'all. There we go. There we go. Let's see what's up. Michigan State back up in it. Got to go post this video. Shot clock. Substitution. This is for MVPs only. Babe, you doing your hair? Are you doing your hair? Because you be whenever you're gone for a long time, you always come out looking super pretty. Not today? You look super pretty. Fresh out the shower. You feel I feel blah. I feel blah blah. Yeah, Michigan State, way up. Let's go. Turnover. Threw it away, bro. Check his bank account. You gonna lay down, my love? Way to give in. It's okay. Go watch your show. Shut your door with your dog. Watch a fucking, do what you do. Be happy.
Some things should stand the test of time. Long-lasting Idea HD could significantly improve your vision and can help you go up to 4 months between treatments. If you have an eye infection, eye pain or redness, or allergies to Eylea HD, don't use. Eye injections like Eylea HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, or rare but severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. An increase in eye pressure has been seen. There's an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots. The most common side effects were blurred vision, cataract, corneal injury, and eye floaters. And there's still so much to see. If you are on Eylea or a similar type of treatment, ask your retina specialist about Eylea HD today for the potential for fewer injections.
AT&T just sent me a heads up on the best plan for me. That's cool. They know what a pro wants. What a pro needs. Whatever makes me happy. Sets you free. And I'm begging you for knowing exactly what a pro wants. What a pro needs. Whatever makes me happy sets me free. Good. A little bit flat. We'll get better.
Shout out to the 6 people watching me right now. I'm just working on UFC videos. I know it says March Madness watch party, but it's just me hanging out watching March Madness while I work on UFC videos for the MVPs. We're out here to win. Upload an image. Zone. No flex. Zone. I know better. They know better. I like to say I know better. Hey, Rico knows here. We're going to talk to you guys about the first prelim fight of the night. On fight night, Rose Namajunas versus Amanda Ribas. I believe it's Las Vegas, number 89, if you're keeping track of the numbers. Nonetheless, this fight, it's a heavyweight fight. You got Muhammad Usman. Who are your top 5 college prospects for this upcoming NBA draft? Suave, I have no freaking clue, bro. Huge guy. Big brother, 6'2", 237, fighting in the heavyweight division. The problem...
Couch or courtside, refresh your fandom with a delicious Coke Zero Sugar. This is the best Coke ever. Try and decide.
Yeah, I have no idea who's getting drafted. Because it doesn't matter how they play. It doesn't matter. All that matters is potential. And it's probably some dudes not even in college basketball. Right? Go kick it. There we go. 3. That's easy. Mississippi State ball. Bro, I hate that buzzer. They've got to change that buzzer over the years. They've never changed the buzzer for substitutions in basketball. It's always been that annoying. They could change it to something more pleasant, bro. They really could. And they have just never done it. Great defense. Oh, we're lagging because the missus is probably watching something streaming. There we go. 10-4, 10-4. Who's gonna win? Mississippi State, Michigan State. 10-4. 10-4. I agree. I agree. They know better. Want to go? They know better. Want to go? 10-8. 11-8. Hit the three. Hit the three. Nope. Big man. Swing. Hey. Screen. Bro. They got him. They got him on the wrong shot clock. Hey, that's travel, bro. That man walked. That man walked. Easy. Easy. Want to go? Dude. Dagger. Mississippi State better figure some shit out. If you're able to cover one sport for the rest of your life, what would it be and at what level? And what level? It would just be UFC, MMA fights, UFC. So if I could one sport for the rest of my life, UFC. I appreciate the athleticism. I know it really well. I've been a fighter my whole life. Well, my entire adult life. So probably be UFC. I also love college football, FBS. So group of 5 football is probably my favorite. Just the nuances and the greatness of it. I cannot stand most Power 4 football. I just can't stand it. So Power 5, Power 4 football, I just really despise most of it. It's just the way the fans are and the way TV talks about it. Andre Lima, Igor de Silva. It's really Igor Saravino. They say Igor de Silva, but it's Igor de Saravino. Oh. Igor's got to be the favorite here, huh? Tell me Igor's just a monster. Jungle Fight. Nobody knows. This is all supposed to be. I gotta go watch some film. It looks like Saravino's the real deal. This can't be right. I think there's a typo here. It looks wrong. That looks wrong. Igor Servino. Severino. Man, we gotta stop these commercials. Sometimes Igor Saravino. I swear that's not how you spell his name. Severino? I think it's Igor de Silva. We'll find it. Why am I thinking it's something else?
Are you the Bud Light Genie? Yeah.
Where's this coming from? No, no, you're not gonna do this to me.
Our next one has me, Igor Servino taking on Andre Lima. This fight
Bro.
is very good, man. Both of these guys coming off their Dana White
Bro, what just
Contender
happened?
Series wins, undefeated prospects here. Igor Servino, 20 years old, versus Andre Lima, who's 25. I love this fight right here. I'm expecting this to be a pretty good fight. Igor Servino, a guy that's very aggressive, has takedowns in his arsenal, more of a striker. He's kind of reckless on the feet at times. He kind of does overswing, but he does have very good power. He's stopped all of his 8 wins by KO or submission, finished all of his 8 wins, very dangerous in almost every aspect of MMA. And Andre Lima, on the other hand, very good Muay Thai. I love this kid's simple in and out movement. The way it's not like like karate based type style. It's simple, just slipping out of range, like taking it a couple steps back, but then he's able to counter.
Who's this
off
kid
his
talking,
opponent's
bro?
missing and punish them to the body and head. And I love his kicks, the diversity in his kicks. He goes up high, goes up low. Just overall very good Muay Thai on the feet. He will be the more technical fighter in this matchup for sure on the feet. And his takedown defense, as he's shown in the Dana White Contender Series fight, was very good. Stuffing those takedowns, looked like he had very good hips, very good sprawls on the Dana White Contender Series, and I really do like him in this matchup. I do. He won't be the more dangerous fighter in this matchup. I think Igor Petrino. Jeez. I think that Servino will have to make this into a more brawly style, because there's no way he's going to be able to out Muay Thai Andre Lima in this matchup. I think that Andre Lima on the outside will have the advantage, will have the more technical, crisp striking, will have the minute-winning ability as well. Very defensively sound on the feet, and I just like him in this matchup to out-technique the more brawly style of Servino in this matchup. So give me Andre Lima by decision in this matchup. Very fun fight. Really looking forward to this one.
My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Jacob and I are going to break down the entire UFC. Vegas 89. We have Igor Severino. You are going to see his last name listed a few different ways, like the Silva, depending on your sportsbook and where you do your research. But Igor Severino taking on Andre Lima. Both
Correct.
of these men are undefeated.
That's what I said. He's got the wrong name.
On the Contender Series, Igor Severino is undefeated with all stoppage wins, while Andre Lima is undefeated in his career with 5 knockout wins. And what's interesting is this was a tricky fight to break, because they are early in their career. They are both very dangerous. They both can make things happen. Igor specifically is a fun striker who comes forward with power. Sometimes he's just chaotic. Let's see. He comes forward. He's a fun striker who comes forward with power and at times chaos. I mixed up my screen. Do you guys watch him do that and then think like that guy's sweet? Or do you watch him do duck flips with extended selfie hands and just roll your eyes? I am curious, because there's not a world where I see a grown man in a one-bedroom apartment streaming to strangers on the internet on a Monday night, take a duck lip selfie and think that guy's sweet. That's not a world I live in. Sounds like a guy that can't take a selfie and post it to insecure.
First off, if you haven't made money with AI yet, no.
Unbelievable. Anyway, Igor Severino, he's fun, he's chaotic, he will move forward. He tries to keep things technical and tight, but he quickly gets drawn into a slugfight. People hate when I say that, and I stand by the fact that slugfight is over. Slugfest is also over, but so is slugfight. He will get into a slugfight. He isn't a big wrestler, but he will work fights to the ground if he needs to. And when he gets there, he just starts hammering away, looking for a finish, trying to control and work the position. He does have a good amount of cardio. He is very dangerous, but he can be sloppy, which gets him a hit, and it creates unnecessary scrambles. Taking on Andre Lima. This guy's also a solid striker. He's going to invest in the body early. He's going to stay far more technical, and he uses his technique well. He throws combinations. He's not lazy with anything. He will mix up his strikes. He essentially is a pure striker, though, with some solid defense. Meaning, he's typically looking to keep the fight standing, defend takedowns, and not get takedowns of his own. If he does end up on the ground, he's got solid submission defense and a good get-up game. Outside of the one takedown that we saw from him on the Contender Series, that's the plan. Keep it on the feet and work from there. He is coming off a Contender Series win and making his UFC debut. I mentioned this in my quick picks. I mentioned here. If you are going to do your own research and you're looking up Andre Lima, there's like some wildly successful Taekwondo guy. This isn't him. And it took me about 3 fights. I was like, why is this footage so grainy? You're like, this isn't the same guy. So don't make that same mistake. Andre Lima's not the same. This is an interesting spot. I am surprised that we have a very clear favorite here. At minus 190, Andre Lima 2-1. That is surprising to me, because both guys are fun. They'll come forward, they'll strike. Andre should win. He's the more technical guy. But as I mentioned many times before, and I mentioned on my quick picks, there's an old boxing adage that remains true in this fight. You box a brawler or you brawl a boxer. Meaning Igor is the brawler in this fight. He's not the more technical guy. So for him to win, he needs to turn it into a brawl. You can't try to go technique for technique. You need to brawl the box. And then that inverse needs to happen as well. So Andre Lima is going to be the pick. I do think this fight will be kind of sloppy and go a little longer, but no money line or parlay here with each of you.
Yeah, Andre Lima is the better striker in this fight, but I worry about it. I really do worry about it, because to me, he fights like he is a good striker, and he knows
knows he's a good striker, and he fights like he's a very, very good striker. And he might be, right? I mean, 7-0, he's got a lot of finishes. He could be the guy that he thinks he is, but he reminds me when he's fighting of Michael Morales. And I'm not saying Morales. I'm not saying that he's as good as Michael. I'm really good. This is not like saying Michael. But a lot of times they're just kind of wait around because they trust their power in striking so much, and they want to find that perfect shot, right? That highlight shot. And a lot of times you see Andre fighting, it's pressure, right? He's in your face, but it's not in your face. It's not in your face, pumping the jab, throwing combinations, and constantly working. He stays in your face and he's just trying to pull that shot out of you. And if you don't throw that perfect shot, and he can't find that perfect counter, then he's really going to kind of struggle in winning minutes of the fight. So I think this fight comes down to Igor is going to be winning the minutes of this fight. There's a couple fights on this card I feel this way. He's going to be winning the minutes, and it's going to be up to Andre to have the big moments to steal those rounds. Because I don't think he's going to find a finish. And I do believe that his takedown defense is good enough against a guy like Igor. I think that Igor's going to be winning the minutes for this fight. And if you're winning the minutes and you don't have those big moments, I think he's going to win. So I think Igor's going to find the activity and avoid the big power shots of Andre and come away with a victory in this fight. So I'm on the Igor side here. I don't absolutely love it, you know, but I like Igor. Just be a little bit more active, and Andre's going to wait around too much and not find the big shots in the rounds. I like it out of Igor. Yeah, well, I hear you, man. He's definitely a good dog. 2 undefeated contender series guys. We've seen these fights on the contender series. And how often does the underdog win on the contender series? Very, very often, more so than other cards. Neither one of these guys.
Man, torn. Man, I gotta go see this kid. Igor Severino versus Jay Silva. Let me find that fight. Oh, let's go look at, I got one of his jungle fights.
Easy way to create professional invoices? Try it free at skynova.com.
Man, Mississippi State's looking terrible, y'all. Mississippi State looking terrible.
Do Amapá, enfrentando o Igor Severino, apenas 18 anos, 1,68 m do Pará. Duelo do Norte do Brasil, categoria peso mosca. Vamos para a luta! Essa luta aí, 2 atletas invictos, tem tudo pra ser uma das melhores lutas da noite. Vamos lá, vamos para o duelo. Você comigo, Guilherme Maia, na narração, com o Lucas Almeida, campeão do Jungle Fight, que vem aí para eventos internacionais e para representar o Brasil. Mais um grande atleta que saiu do Jungle Fight para o mundo. Igor, tem aí os detalhes na cor verde na sua luva, o Davi detalhes na cor amarela nas suas luvas. O duelo que promete. O Igor começou já contando a luta de solo, mas o Davi já inverteu, o Igor inverteu de novo. Essa categoria realmente é muito movimentada, os atletas são muito rápidos. Essa luta promete ser muito boa, muito movimentada. Você acompanhando a nossa transmissão, participa com a gente, hashtag Jungle104, manda sua mensagem aí, tá na tela, cantinho esquerdo, twitter com a hashtag Jungle104, participa conosco. Olha, vai pra cima, coloca a pressão ali, o Igor, linda a queda do Igor, por baixo ali, o Davi, vamos ver, o Igor não tá muito bom no chão. Trabalhando por cima do ground and pound, o Igor, ali, o Igor, linda, essa transmissão, participa com a gente, hashtag Jungle104, manda sua mensagem aí, tá na tela, cantinho esquerdo, twitter com a hashtag Jungle104, participa conosco. Olha, vai pra cima, coloca a pressão ali, o Igor, linda a queda do Igor, por baixo ali, o Davi, vamos ver, o Igor não tá muito bom no chão. Trabalhando por cima do ground and pound, o Igor, o Davi Almeida tá por baixo ali. Tentando pegar, quem sabe, pra cima, quem sabe. Vem no triângulo, aí estica ali o Davi, vem pra buscar a finalização. Consegue se desvencilhar ali o Igor. Tá indo já com uma chave de pé, uma botinha reta. Vamos ver, essa chave é difícil pegar, mas tá bem encaixado. Será que vai conseguir a chave? Vai tentando sair dali. O Davi, vem o Igor. Defendeu, fechou o triângulo ali, foi uma boa defesa. Já caindo por cima. Vem pra cima o Davi, a sua vez, está por cima ali no duelo. O Igor vai ter que se defender agora, tentar sair dali. Só que o Davi vai trabalhando com os golpes de cima para baixo, com o ground and pound. Abusado, Davi, hein? Abusada. Dá um sorrisinho ali, provoca. Esse é o Davi Almeida. O Davi tá aí querendo dar um show na luta, mas ela tá muito parelha ainda. Não dá pra nem saber quem vai ganhar na roda. Se movimenta ali o Davi, vai pra cima o Igor. Chegou na metade desse primeiro round de luta. Daqui a pouquinho a luta da noite.
Sorry, I'm watching a fight right now. I watch it at 2.0 speed, so, and it's in Portuguese. I'm watching regional fights. It's called Jungle Fights.
Sim, geralmente os eventos fazem isso, né? Começando com estreante, agora os lutadores mais experientes, esses dois lutadores são invictos. Uma luta pra ficar de olho aí. O chefe do Jungle tá de olho nessa luta. Nosso querido Valide Ismael tá de olho. Fazendo um grande trabalho junto com os patrocinadores do Jungle 104. Junto com você que acompanha essa transmissão, muito legal você que tá com a gente. Galera acompanhando na TV, no Band Sports, por todo o Brasil também conosco, com as TVs parceiras do Jungle Fight. Você que tá com a gente na internet também, pega o link, espalha pra geral, manda pra todo mundo, manda nos grupos. Curte o vídeo, só com o dedo no like, participe, hashtag Jungle 104, vem pra cima, coloca a pressão ali. Pra tentar, quem sabe, pontuar, quem sabe buscar um nocaute, uma finalização, Igor. O Igor tá na vantagem agora, tá por cima, batendo cotoveladas muito fortes. Mas o Igor tá tentando dar um triângulo ali, mas não tá muito bem posicionado. Menos de um minuto pra terminar esse primeiro round aqui em São Paulo, ginásio Pezão. Olha só, pegou ali a chave. Pegou uma chave de joelho agora, o Davi, o Igor. Tentou ali o Davi, escapou o Igor. Trabalha novamente no ground and pound. O Igor menos de 30 segundos pra terminar esse primeiro round. Luta boa demais, luta boa demais, alto nível técnico. Parece que vamos para o segundo round. Dá um triângulo de mão ali agora, o Igor. Vamos ver, mas tá defendendo bem, tá Davi. 10 segundos. Vai soltando golpes ali, vai tentando pontuar o Igor. Primeiro round bem equilibrado, mas seu negócio é o trabalho hoje aqui, é da opinião, Casamento. Pra você que vai perceber no round. Na minha opinião, o Igor Severino levou esse round, ele teve momentos melhores na luta, dominou no ground and pound a luta, apesar do do Davi, tá perigoso ali por baixo, mas ainda, falando em pontuação, o Igor ganha esse round, 10 a 9. Aí a opinião do nosso querido Lucas Almeida. Olha aí, ó, gol. BTC com a gente, aponte a câmera do seu celular para ganhar R$50. Usar o QR Code da Flow na sua primeira compra de criptomoedas da Flow BTC. Aí aqui, Renata Ringirl, do Jungle, fazendo sempre excelente trabalho. As meninas que trabalham também como Ringgirls, do Jungle Fight. Uma grande equipe, viu, galera? Uma grande equipe que trabalha no estado aqui para trazer esse evento de altíssima qualidade, nível internacional. Dia 30 de janeiro tem mais, viu? Jungle Fight 105 para Manaus. Dia 30 de janeiro, o Jungle Fight está indo para casa, edição 105. Vamos para o segundo round. Davi Almeida contra Igor Severino. Luta ao vivo para você. Tá acima ali, Igor Severino. Ele trabalhando nas pintas, ele tentar. Entrou o próprio Davi, soltou um diretaço ali. Impressionante poder de absorção do Igor, parece que nem sentiu nada, mas sentiu, conseguiu sentir bem. Sentiu, mas não acusou, né? Não acusou. É isso aí, que estudo. Já cheguei a ser no Popó Freitas, bater a fase do sabe apanhar, né, Lucas? É difícil, mas o Igor absorveu muito bem esse golpe aí, tá inteiro na luta, tá ativo. A luta é muito boa de assistir. Estamos no segundo round, Deus te doendo. Daqui a pouquinho, galera, mais duas lutas em que como evento da Lima Madura contra a Caetiosa. Vai pra cima, vai pra terminar com o Lima, sensacional! Botou pressão no começo do segundo round e terminou com o duelo. Igor Severino, que grande vitória dele. Pode comemorar, Igor. A vitória é sua. Sensacional, Igor Severino. E a Terço Mosca, vamos para a luta. Suas luvas. O Igor começou já tentando a luta de solo, mas o Davi já inverteu. Agora o Igor inverteu de novo. Essa categoria realmente é muito movimentada, os atletas são muito rápidos. Essa luta é muito boa, muito movimentada. Ainda coloca a pressão ali. O Igor. Deu no triângulo, é isso que queria o Davi. Vai conseguir a chave, vai tentando sair dali. O Igor foi. Tá. O Davi tá aí querendo dar um show na luta, mas Emerson Menengo. O Davi mais concentrado. Conforme a gente vai chegando nas lutas finais, a gente vai tendo aí atletas mais experientes, né, Lucas? A gente vai sentindo aí as lutas ficando mais cadenciadas, o nível técnico aumentando cada vez mais. Sim, realmente os eventos fazem isso, né? Começamos com o estreante, agora os lutadores mais experientes, esses dois lutadores são invictos. Uma luta pra ficar. O Igor, mesmo, de opinião, foi nosso time que trabalha pra cima ali. Não sei se mais o Igor. Vai pra cima, vai terminar com o luta aí! Fica a no Popó Freitas, bater é fácil, sabe apanhar, né, Lucas? É difícil, mas o Igor absorveu muito bem esse golpe aí, tá inteiro na luta, ativo. Uma luta muito boa de assistir. Estamos no segundo round, Deus te doendo. Daqui a pouquinho, galera, mais duas lutas em que como evento da Lima Madura contra a Caetiosa. Vai pra cima, vai terminar com o luta aí! Severino, sensacional!
Do not let them raise your rates. Now, I used to fall victim to outrageous insurance prices. I believed there was nothing I could do every time they raised my rate.
Chega uma hora da disputa pelo cinturão aí com o Jungle Fight. Giro na grande personagem, o Tengu, respeitem as regras, eu bebi com o tempo, o tempo todo. Essa luta vai no cinturão, a gente vai ter que descobrir quem é melhor. Noite, Igor Severino, Manuel Júnior. Vamos juntos com a luta que vale o cinturão do Jungle Fight. O Manuel Júnior, o Manuel Juninho, tem o calção branco com a amarelo. Calção preto com a verde, para Igor Severino, vale o cinturão do Jungle Fight está em aberto, Felipe Cabotão. Dá pra ver que o Igor veio bem centrado, dá pra ver na movimentação do corpo dele, que ele tá bem centrado, tá vendo tudo que o adversário tá fazendo, tá muito atento. O Manuel também faz muitas fintas, movimentando o da frente. Já não tá o bicho entrou com o Igor Severino, o irmão dele, o Manuel, o Matheus Severino, ele já lutou hoje, venceu, ele quer a vitória também. O Igor Severino hoje já leva a luta pro chão, vale cinturão, presidente, vale Ismael. Bom, lutas para contra o Amazonas, realmente uma luta incrível pelo cinturão do Jungle Fight, até 57 quilos, o bicho tá pegando geral. São dois grandes guerreiros, duas grandes promessas dessa nova geração de guerreiros brasileiros. Eu fico feliz por ele dar oportunidade imparcial para os melhores guerreiros. E por muito feliz de estar indo agora, dia 18, se prepare, 18 de setembro, 19 anos de Jungle Fight, 19 anos de Jungle Fight em São Paulo, agradecer muito de graça. Eu gosto do prefeito Carlos Nunes. O secretário de esporte já falou, dezembro de volta aqui no velódromo, e vamos pro todo, secretário, Francisco Bandeira, lembrem desse nome, tá gostando?
Maravilhoso. Esquece ser convidado para servir em São Paulo. É só isso que era.
Gostei, secretário da Brasil, vamos com tudo, que a guerra tá demais. É simplesmente o maior evento de eliminada da América Latina, e a luta já começa aquele título do Manuel e o Igor, são dois lutadores aí do norte, do Brasil se enfrentando. Tá tentando botar o braço ali, o Manuel Juninho, vem pra cima, o Igor, impressionante, essa galera do Brasil, vamos buscar você, vamos bater a pau, acabou, o Vale que não tem que disputar. É dó e a boca é o juiz, essa é a nossa letra, nós queremos os melhores guerreiros, porque no evento que não é um evento de professor, eu quero os melhores de cada time. E vem pra cima o Manuel Juninho, fechão cadeado, ali pra cima do Igor Severino, o Igor se defende, e vem pra cima agora, o Igor Severino, contra o Manuel Juninho, já passando pra batida do Manuel, porque ele tem campeão. Como é bom o jiu-jitsu, ele tem uma bola muito flexível. Primeira vez que eu vi ele fechar um triângulo lá na frente da guarda, a gente diferenciar o jiu-jitsu dele, mas o Igor também tá muito compacto, muito treinado, pra ver que é um atleta muito completo, e nós vamos estudando aí esse nível de Jungle Fight. Olha, a audiência gigantesca do Jungle Fight, impressionante. Na TV, na internet, mais de 30 mil pessoas simultâneas no YouTube, pessoal que não soltou like, ainda curta o vídeo, se inscreva no canal, mais também audiência na TV, tá poupando demais o Jungle Fight na TV e na internet. Essa palavra de associação ao Jungle, Igor Severino passou, rapa pra cima do Manuel Juninho. E aquele golpe que não tem tanta efetividade, mas moralmente tem que estar muito legal. E olha o Igor Severino aí, olha o Igor Severino aí, eu vim com tudo pra cima. Novidade, eu vou mandar um abraço para meus patrocinadores aí que pediu aqui no Instagram, JP, lá do Supermercado Santa Lucia, Macapá, muito obrigado, JP, Tempur e da Tupi. Alô, galera do Macapá, alô, galera do Norte do Brasil, do Nordeste, do Sul, do Sudeste, do Sul, do Brasil, já vou partir, tá voltando a licença para a noite. Eu sou o Igor Severino, eu sou o Igor Severino, pegando que comprar no cinturão, pessoal, são 5 rounds, tá? 5 rounds de 5 minutos, mais 100 minutos, se tiver 5 rounds aí, eu vou me cinturão do Jungle Fight. Vai pra segundo round, essa galera acabou, essa categoria do Jungle Fight, você não se lembra. Essa categoria é a categoria peso múltiplo, 57 quilos. O último campeão da categoria 57 quilos foi o Cleiton Rodrigues do KL,
show, né? Eu falo pra todo mundo, quem tem mental preparado para lutar o Jungle Fight vai pra qualquer lugar do mundo e consegue lutar em qualquer lugar do mundo, porque pra passar pela selva tem que estar bem preparado mentalmente. E, então, esses dois atletas aí são muito promissores, e tenho certeza aí que deve também contar o maior do mundo pelo UFC.
Aqui terminou o primeiro round. O primeiro desses cortes foi pra conta. Um grande plano lá no cinturão pra você que nos acompanha. Sua análise crítica ao desse primeiro round de luta.
O primeiro round, como eu falei, o atleta aí do primeiro tá muito focado, pra ver que ele vê todas as vidas que o Manuel tem feito, né? O detalhe desse triângulo aí que ele fechou, eu nunca tinha visto, ele já caiu dando uma cotovelada por cima, então realmente ele tá muito preparado, e 10-9, pro atleta Igor que aí, bora ver.
Vamos para o segundo round de luta ao som de Racionais MCs. Tem todo mundo equipe de música aqui no Jungle Fight também. Vou falar um negócio pra você. Os DJs que trabalham nos eventos do Jungle também são os melhores do mundo. Fiquei contente ao vivo, soltou o chute ali. O Manuel respondeu o chute também, Igor. Só que o Manuel cai que da hora, Caboclo.
Na verdade, ele é um...
Menos de 3 minutos para terminar esse segundo round de luta.
Consegui, esse combate.
2 minutos, o remate bateu no segundo round. Chute rodado. O Manuel Juninho passou no vazio. Vem pra cima do Severino. Mais uma vez buscou a queda. O Manuel, o Igor não quer saber de ir pro chão com ele. Solta bombas ali no round mais, mas não quer ir pro chão.
Esperou no Apple, né? Tentou o Apple. O Igor esperou pra ele mandar o deu o Apple. Tô vendo uma vantagem muito grande agora do lado do Igor, em cima do Manuel.
O Igor começa a ficar revoltado com o Manuel. O Manuel tá caindo toda hora, ele chama aguarda. E o Igor não quer saber de jeito nenhum de ir pro chão com o Manuel. Menos um pouco por falta de combatividade do Manuel. E hoje em dia, com vídeos, todo mundo sabe de todo mundo, estilo de luta, e com certeza ali, o Igor Severino trabalhou muito em defesa de queda, e o guarda dele não quer quebrar pro chão. E na trocação ele tá dando um show ali, um show de trocação de defesa de queda do Igor Severino.
Lembrando também que o mestre Paulo Almeida já tinha dado as advertências verbais, né, pro atleta do uniforme amarelo, Manuel Júnior. Por isso,
é fim de luta! É fim de luta! Igor Severino foi quem buscou mais a luta.
I really like this kid. There's no other way to say it. I really like this kid. I must have missed his fight against Silva. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Good stuff. Hey MVPs, Rico Knows here. Going to talk to you guys about the next prelim fight. Sorry, that just stopped recording. Hey MVPs, Rico Knows here. Going to talk to you guys about the next prelim fight on the fight card. Igor Servino and then Andre Lima, right? Both undefeated fighters, both from Brazil. And if you look, it's almost a coin flip. You see a plus 150 and a minus 180. And when I go look at the sportsbook, they got all kinds of stuff here that you can bet on. That's very rare in a prelim fight. Usually it's only money line. So this made me look a little deeper. I start looking at Igor Servino. Full disclaimer, I've never seen him fight. And that's very rare because I watch every UFC event. So how did I miss it? Well, he fought in the Contender Series. I must have missed season 7, week 7. So I didn't know much about this kid. And I'm looking at these stats, and I say, man, there's a typo here. It says 9.85 significant strikes per minute, landed per minute, which is pretty damn good. You don't usually see it above 5. And then it says takedown average 9.85. So the first thing I go is, man, ESPN doesn't know what they're doing. This is a typo. And look at the takedown accuracy. 100% at 9.8. They did something wrong here. And obviously Andre Lima over here, these numbers look right. He doesn't get a lot of takedowns. He's just out there to scrap. Guys, there's no typo. He really did get 9.85 takedowns per fight. And it's because he fights in Brazil. And if you don't know, Jungle Fight is a Brazil fighting league, just like UFC, right? But it's in Brazil. It's a lower regional scene. And the ring is a circle. And you can find these fights on YouTube. And I went back and watched all his fights. I need to learn about the kid. So I went back and watched him. I was so impressed. Looks like a hell of a fighter, bro. I really believe this. The reason he has so many takedowns is those fighters in Brazil are jiu-jitsu based. They pull guard a lot. They just jump on their back, pull guard. And he is not the greatest jiu-jitsu fighter. He actually will get the takedown and let him back up. He will get a knockdown and let him back up. He will scrap with you. Now, when you look at Andre Lima, and by the way, shoot boxing, the team shoot box, I respect them immensely. When you look at Andre Lima, he's a Muay Thai fighter, meaning he uses elbows and knees, and he's all about the flashy knockout. But what we've seen is when he doesn't get the flashy knockout, it just turns into this one strike going for a knockout and not throwing combos and not going for the kill per se. Like he's going for the kill. but he's not doing it in numbers. He's not doing it in combos. And I don't see you catching Igor like that. This kid looks tough. Kid looks like a real fighter. Everything about him, I went, wow. Like, that kid's a beast. And so I really like this young man. And I'm going to tell you, when I look at these odds, plus 144, I guess the books have changed slightly. No, it's 144, 186. But plus 144 for a fighter of this caliber is nuts to me. He looked like a good kid, man. It's a coin flip. You don't know where to go with this. But I feel like this is the value bet worth making. So, oh, by the way, his name is different. It all depends on where you look, what sports book you look at. It'll be Igor de Silva or it'll be Igor Cervino. They got two different names. It's all over the place. So when I checked YouTube, it was Cervino when I wanted to go see all his fights from the jungle stuff. But in FanDuel, it's de Silva. Don't be confused. It's our guy. But I'm going to take this value bet. I just believe in this kid as a fighter. I think he's tough as hell. I know that he's going to throw combos. I know he's in there to bang. I know he's great. He's got great balance. He will get takedowns. He will get takedowns and put Lima on his back. Now, Lima's not going to shoot any takedowns. Lima wants a straight boxing match, but he doesn't want to brawl. He doesn't really want to scrap. He wants to get that flashy one-punch knockout that he's been getting. You see these first-round knockouts he got on the regional scene back in Spartacus MMA. He thinks he's that guy. These one-punch knockouts. But once you get up in competition, you're not doing that to some of these better fighters. You're doing that to these guys. Look at this. I'll show you guys something when I look at some of these results here. When you go look at the one-punch knockouts he did in the first round, Igor Taylor, 0-1. It's his only professional fight of his life, and he was knocked out. 0-1. Only professional fight of his life, knocked out. Only professional fight of his life, knocked out. When you're knocking out dudes in the first round and it's their only fight in their entire life, I can't respect that, dude. That's not real. That's not a real thing. And then when you finally get in the cage with somebody who can actually scrap, you got to go the distance. And it's going to be one of those things where, okay, you beat him on a unanimous decision, but you weren't out there taking his lunch money. You didn't knock him out in the first round. So don't believe the knockout hype. I know they're strikers. So now we're going to go in here and we're going to look. Method of victory. They think Andre Lima by TKO at KO is a plus 210. I don't buy it, bro. I don't. I like this Silva, and I like the Silva by points at plus 500. That just looks really good. Win your rounds and go get it. Also KO, I would sprinkle those. Plus 500 feels very real. I don't see the knockout from Lima. Yes, he's explosive and he's going to do something chaotic and crazy. But, dude, to knock out Igor Cervino like this, De Silva, is not real. That kid's tough. He looks like a good fighter. Let me see. Will the fight go the distance? 130. I think so. Unless De Silva wins early. Total rounds, 1.5. Give me the over. Give me the over. We're going to be in a scrap. We're going to be in a scrap. 1.5. Give me the over. You see, it's minus 186. They believe in that. But how will the fight end? KO? No. I like points at plus 125. Double chance. Give me my boy. I don't even care, dude. Give me that TKO, KO, and points. Igor De Silva plus 210. If you like De Lima, it's going to be KO and points, by the way, minus 155, if you like the favorite. I'm just on the underdog in this fight, y'all. And I believe he can win by points. And to see it at plus 500 is nuts. I think he's going to win the round. I think he's more active. I think he's a better fighter. I think he wins the round. Yes, it all depends on how judges score this thing. Some of these judges don't know what the fuck they're doing. They might be super impressed by Andre Lima's chaotic and acrobatic athletic strikes of some sort, spinning back fists or whatever he plans to do. I don't know. But I'm telling you, this boy, Igor De Silva, is not a scrub. He's not coming in to get his ass whooped. It's just not, I don't see it like that. Not from what I just watched him fight. I watched every single one of his fights. I know fighters, and I said, this kid's tough. This kid's real. Look at this. He's finished every single fight. I don't care. He's finished every fight. KO or submission, he's that guy. North-south choke, guillotine, doctor stoppage, armbar, rear naked choke. Different submissions every time. Because he's that well-versed. He looks like a complete fighter to me. I would tell you guys if he wasn't shit. I would tell you. Andre Lima, one-trick pony to me. I like the underdog. It feels really good at plus 144. Put a unit on it. Let's sit back and relax. Remember, we're hitting on 58% of our underdogs. 58%. You can't find that anywhere else in this world. I promise you. Not underdogs. 18 and 13 on underdogs. Just rock with me. Just trust me. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Let's get it. Whoo. Whoo, whoo. Bang. Bang. Man, I feel nauseous. The missus and I are on this diet, and my God, are we nauseous? She's already laying down in the bed just trying to get through it. Her body's like, "What are you feeding me, bro? I don't want none of this shit." But we're gonna keep going. I'm down like 7-8 pounds. When is the fight? Fights are tomorrow. All fights are tomorrow. Putting out all the videos today on Patreon and YouTube. If you want to know the picks for all the fights, you can sit here on live stream and watch me. Or you can become an MVP. UFC Fight Night. Andre Lima versus Igor Silva, also known as Severino. Yeah, we feel nauseous as a mother flipper right now. Airball. Nope. Shot clock violations. That's good defense, y'all. We got 2 videos down, a few more to go. All the paid members. Let's see this thing. Hey MVPs, Rico knows here. Going to talk to you guys about the next prelim fight on the fight card. Igor Servino and then Andre Lima, right? Both undefeated fighters, both from Brazil. And if you look, it's almost... Duquesne's up 14-5. 50 and a minus 180. And when I go look at the sportsbook, they got all kinds of stuff here that you can bet on. That's very rare in a prelim fight. Usually it's only money line. So this made me look a little deeper. I start looking at Igor Servino. Full disclaimer, I've never seen him fight. Freshman. Pulling within 5. That dude is ice veins. Ice water in his veins. It's March Madness. He ain't sweating you. Big boo. Jigaboo. I gotta go check on the wife after this. Greg Gumbel getting old, bro. He couldn't do the show. Greg Gumbel said, I can't do this shit. Y'all want me to do March Madness? Are you crazy? Greg Gumbel said, I'm not showing up. I've done it too much. Wow, at the buzzer. 7 points. Let's go, Michigan State. Let's go, Michigan State. All right, I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna go check on the missus. Hang in there. Oh, my legs are so sore. Ugh. Ugh. You know, watching TV? Back? So you're carrying this relationship. Your dog's under the bed? She ain't cuddled you? You should put some on for her. She would enjoy watching. Talk to you later. Happening. Not built like that. I was gonna say, you know what you should do? You should start like raising hands. But if you're asleep, you're not gonna see it. She'll just shake her neck. Alright. I don't know. She must go bathroom sometime. She under there peeing. Can you imagine? She can? She just doesn't need to go. Usually dogs wake up right away back up. Not my dog. All morning. She don't give a flying fuck. Then she goes. She also doesn't eat till midnight. She does midnight snack. We got a snacker. We got a fat dog. She don't eat when you put food in her bowl. She's like, oh, it'll be there when I'm done. If there was 2 dogs though, she'd have to eat or else she won't get them. I'm hinting at getting another dog. Yeah, her and Rue. You know what? Fuck no, he would eat our house. We'd come back, our couches would be eaten. Yeah, he'd chew the corner of the ladder for sure. Oh yeah, I know dogs like that. I used to have a dog like that. They chew the fucking door, the windowsill. If you're not home, they get bored. Yeah, and she'd be looking at him like, what are you doing? And he'd be eating the fucking windowsill. Probably be happy to have freedom. One's good. Yeah. Huh? For us. Halftime is the right time. All right, I'm back. What up, y'all? Get back to the grind. See what happens today. BYU, what you doing? What BYU? It's March Madness. All right. UFC. Next fight. Dara's winning this shit. Dara's winning this because this girl sucks. Trust. They know better. Wanna go? 30 minus 230. The lines moved to minus 230. Montserrat is a plus 176 dog. Let's go see what we got. Montserrat is the Mexican. With some takedowns. She's so pretty, bro. The monster. Unanimous decision on the regional scene. And then decision split. Versus somebody who's knocking people out. It's a different monster, bro. Oof. Round betting, method of victory. Daria by TKO. Oof. Will the fight go the distance? No. Method round combo. Total rounds. Under. How will the fight end? Let's get sharp. What does this mean? If a fighter goes to a decision, bets on this market are void. If a fighter wins by TKO or submission, they will be settled as the winner and the opponent loses. All right. People see that happening. She's utterly. All right, let's go see it. Properties, browse. Jada posted something. Jada Pickett Smith. Daria Mostrat. So first and foremost, she's beautiful. Whew, she's so beautiful. Don't care. Can't scrap. Worth a damn. But she's pretty.
At UFC Vegas 89, we have Montserrat Rendon taking on Daria. Montserrat Rendon is undefeated, 6-0, coming off her first UFC win, where she was a good-sized dog. She's taking on Daria. I'm not even going to attempt the last name. Daria is 8-1 overall, 4-1 in her last fight, and she's making her UFC debut. Montserrat, I mentioned, coming off of that nice upset win over a prospect in Tamir's Vidal. Montserrat's a grappler. She's going to stay in your face. She'll throw a jab out there, and she'll look for work and take it. Striking is stiff, it's not very good. It is long. She doesn't have a tight guard, and she's just going to plot for it. All she wants to do is weather whatever the hell comes at her and get this fight to the ground. She does not have big, clean wrestling takedowns, but she does have good clinch work and trips, and those takedowns did work well for her in her last fight. She's taking on Daria. Daria is a fun, come-forward striker who will throw everything at her opponent. She's got heavy 1-2s. She'll follow that up with leg kicks or body kicks, heavy knees if she's in the clinch. She loves to walk you down. She loves to outwork you. Everything she throws is with intent, and she has no issues with a firefight. Daria's sitting as a good-sized favorite right now, minus 185. It continues to widen slowly. Right, there's some other fights. Right, yeah, so it's move. Move more than you. I'm not sure, dude. I'm very flexible. You're like, oh, you was anyway, insecurities, right? Guy, but you, it's just, it's you. Right. It's not insecurity. You're insecure about my positivity, not look on life. Yeah, I'm Sean Strickland. I'm a mental midget who's having a collapse after shaving. Enjoying my life, enjoying the chat, enjoying being here. You're just upset about it. I'm like one of those angry guys that try to shut down all those street shows. Why have men dancing in the street? Children shouldn't be watching this. That's basically the homeless. You're people. Yeah, permit to feed the homeless. Just angry and like having a good time. That brick, I do get angry at that brick up the street with that loud ass car. He's a kid. It's so loud. Anyway. Daria's a good size favorite here. Jacob mentioned she's already up to minus 190 now. And I am surprised by that. What? Someone said, Angela, you should be back to the body. You work a lot more than you work a lot more. Sober Ange is a physical Anyway, Daria's a good size favorite here, minus 190 now. And I get it, she should probably be the favorite. Rendon doesn't have the best striking, and that was exposed in her last fight. But she does have solid takedowns, and she can win this fight. It only takes about 3 seconds of research to see Daria fight Melissa Dixon, where she's moving forward, landing whatever the hell she wants, then gets taken down and finished. I don't necessarily think that's exactly what's going to happen here, but if Rendon can come forward, weather an early storm, have some success with the grappling, there is a very wide grappling gap on the ground, and Montserrat can win this fight. So I'm actually going to very slightly lean and pick her, like 49-51 if I'm splitting that out of 100.